Your ability to make money as a coach hinges on two things: your ability to get your clients results and your ability to coach more of those clients to those results. The more clients you can coach and the more clients you can coach to a high level of results, the more money you're going to make as a coach. You'll have more testimonials, you'll have a steady stream of clients who are referring you even more clients, you'll be able to upsell more of your clients to more expensive coaching packages, and you'll keep all of your clients for longer. In fact, you'll never lose clients. And if you do lose them, they're more likely to come back to you when they need a coach in the future. Your service is the best marketing you can have. I even have a handful of clients that are still with me back from 2015 when I started Master Athletic Performance. Now, getting your clients results and being more efficient with your time seems to be a no-brainer, but I bet you're sitting there thinking, there is no way that I can coach more clients with how busy I am. Well, you'd be right, because if you're not using the right systems, you're likely leaving a lot of progress on the table for your clients. I'd also bet that your customer experience leaves a little bit to be desired. Today, I'm going to share with you my 5 tips on how to make your check-in process faster and provide more value to the clients that you're coaching. They'll be blown away by your professionalism, they'll get better results, and they'll stay with you for longer. You'll do this all while cutting your work time in half and freeing up more time for you to coach additional clients and grow your roster. If you'd like copies of any of the documents or templates I share in this video, just be sure to message me. I'm happy to share. Let's get into it. First, you need to develop a check-in template that provides you all the information that you need in one view, one pane, no clicking, no scrolling, everything right there for you to see. One of the most challenging things is flipping between tabs or opening new windows when you're trying to show your clients exactly what you're working on. This way, even the most complex check-in, like a competitive in-season bodybuilder in the example that I'll provide, becomes an easy 5-minute check-in. First, you'll want to make a list of all the metrics that you'd like to track and the information that you'd like to gather from your client. Then, you'll want to lay it out in a spreadsheet. Here's an example of one I've used for myself. Here's a check-in sheet that I've used in the past for a contest prep scenario bodybuilder. Now, this first tab, what you can see here is a timeline. And this is where we lay out how the year is going to go for that client, when they're going to be in a maintenance phase, when they're going to be in a push phase, when their deloads are. And this is also where you could put any special events or things of that nature. Christmas, for example, would go here, New Year's here, birthdays, very important days with their partner, anything could go in here. Then in their prep, and then when their show is. So this keeps us accountable to where we want to be at any given time. Then we have our meal plan. So this is where you would put the nutrition for your client. Their training would go here, and then their weekly check-in sheets would be here. For the sake of this example, I have eliminated the client's pictures, but their progress pictures would go here in these boxes. Now, this allows me to view everything at one time in one place so that when I communicate it back with the client, it's very easy for them to follow. The other thing is it provides me with a ton of context with which to base my recommendations and updates. The key here is we want to provide our clients with autonomy. We want to provide them accountability, and we want to involve them in the process. Hence why we're including so much tracking. Because we're tracking so many variables and we're providing the client with the opportunity to do so, we're holding them accountable. When they're accountable and they have more responsibility, they're more involved within the process. The other thing that it allows the client to do is it gives them autonomy. When we give them more information and we educate them along in the process, they're able to become involved with that process and involved with you to communicate back and forth. This is essential for the coach-athlete relationship. The other thing it provides you with is the ability to teach your client awareness. Over time, they will become more aware of how their habits affect their outcomes, and they'll be more likely to adopt habits that are in line with the results that they want to get. The other thing here is they're engaged in the process. When they're more educated, when they're more autonomous, they are more engaged. And an engaged client is a client who will be adherent in the long term. They're also given the opportunity to self-reflect. Having these subjective questions at the end of the week allow the client to reflect on their progress, reflect on the areas that they have succeeded, reflect on the areas where they need work, and come up with their own priorities in order to move forward in a meaningful fashion. This educates them every step of the way and will impact their adherence and results for the positive. So here you can see, did the client train that day? Did they take their supplements? Did they do their cardio? Did they follow their diet? Any supplements are going to be here. They're able to take notes on their day and what might be impacting their results. Their measurements would go here. They would rate themselves out of 10 on how they did with their priorities. Body weights are here, averages are here, last week averages here. We can track progress, how much water they're drinking, how much sleep, and how many daily steps. This carries forward into the next week, and they're able to make recommendations on how they do. On the training side of things, same thing. We have our warm-ups up at the top that are pinned, and then we have our 4 weight training sessions here. The client has their exercises to be performed here. They're able to record their results here and then do that for every session of the week. They're able to take notes under the session, whether some things felt good, things felt off, or any information they want to provide you. Then you're collecting some subjective questions to determine their biofeedback, and then you yourself as the coach can provide any notes here to whatever is relevant. Then every week they get copied a new line, and then it just iterates along with itself throughout the whole year. So ultimately, anytime you change the training, it's just reflected in here. You can see this week we added some knee rehab for this client, just to augment what they were doing within their program. You can see we had everything in one spot, couple clicks away, no need to shuffle between tabs, everything within the same sheet for the client. Next, you're going to want to remind your client of their check-in day and hold them accountable to complete their check-ins. Again, very self-explanatory, but it bears mentioning. The more you can hold your clients accountable and hold their hand during the process, the more adherent they're going to be, and the better their results in the long term. Here's a pro tip. My favorite strategy for check-ins is to provide clients with a 24-hour window to submit their check-ins and then reply to them the following day. This saves me waiting by my inbox all morning for the check-ins to trickle in, and so I can reply to them same day. Rather, I give them a 24-hour period, and then the next day when I sit down first thing in the morning, I can budget the appropriate amount of time to run through all of my check-ins in one go. It saves me time, and it allows me the opportunity to check in with those clients who missed their check-ins. Because I'm giving them 24 hours, it provides them with the accountability to complete their check-in, it improves their adherence, and it also improves the likelihood that they'll follow their plan. So my clients get an email reminder every week on their check-in days that their check-in is due. This email is sent automatically, and I use an app called Boomerang. This also provides me the opportunity to remind my clients of check-in policy and procedures should they need a friendly reminder. Here's another example of a powerlifter's nutrition protocol. So here we have that same timeline document with some goals that they would like to achieve. Then every week they're provided with their same check-in sheet. Because this is a powerlifter, I don't require any check-in photos, but they have their macros here up top. They're able to fill in the macros that they hit on each day. They're tracking their fiber, their vegetables, their training and nutrition, or their training, whether on or off, daily notes on the sessions and how they're feeling, how much cardio they completed, their daily body weight, steps, sleep, and water. So you can see that for each client, we're able to customize the metrics that we're tracking specific to the goals that they would like to achieve. Same check-in questions at the bottom for the subjective tracking, the education, the awareness, and the autonomy, all creating a check-in sheet that is easy to follow and provides the client with the engagement required to improve their adherence. Boomerang is simply a Google plugin that allows you the opportunity to schedule messages and send them on a recurring basis. So I go to recurring messages here, and then I can create check-in reminders for my clients. So this is sent to all my clients on this is Sunday morning because it's in Eastern time. I can go in here, I put in my clients' emails, have a good morning. Your check-in window is open until 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Please email to confirm your check-in is completed. You can expect a reply by end of day tomorrow. If you're unable to check in during this period, please advise me in advance and I will try to maintain responsiveness. Late check-ins will be replied to, but normal response times cannot be guaranteed. Thank you. So this provides me the opportunity to hold them accountable and remind them that their check-ins are due that day. On the day I'm replying to check-ins, I sit down with my client roster and I check off names as I reply to check-ins. Any clients who've missed their check-in get a templated email reminder asking them to submit their responses as soon as possible. Any late check-ins get answered at my earliest convenience. With this strategy, we're holding our clients accountable to submit their check-ins on time, and we're providing ourselves the opportunity to schedule and structure our time to allocate the appropriate amount of resources to what we have to do. With this strategy, we're providing our clients with the accountability to submit their check-ins on time, and we're also affording ourselves the opportunity to schedule and structure our time appropriate for our workload. It's a win-win. Next, we need to look at the way that we update our client programs. I think this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're sending out your updates more than 1 week at a time, you are doing your clients a disservice. You're devaluing your role in the process, you're leaving results on the table for them, and you're not engaging them in the coaching process. These are all very bad things when it comes to client service, client retention, and client adherence to the plan. You need to be updating your clients' programs on a weekly basis, point blank, period. When you send clients programs a couple weeks in advance, what you're actually saying to them is, I don't care about your progress, go to work, don't talk to me, I don't have time for you, and I don't care about your adherence. All three of these things are untrue, or at least I hope they're untrue, especially if you care about your clients, which you should. These are actually the exact opposite of the things you need to be telling your clients. A client who isn't engaged isn't going to be adherent for the long term, isn't going to get results, and isn't going to give you any referrals. Ultimately, they're going to leave and you're going to get nothing out of the equation. What you want your clients to know is, I need your feedback. The program is going to change based on your progress and the feedback that you provide me. Without your feedback and communication, I cannot be the best coach for you. All of these things are true and your clients need to hear them. Iterating on a program weekly is the gold standard for coaching. It adds zero time to your workload and provides the client with a level of perceived value that's unmatched. They will know immediately that you're involved, they're valued, you care, and you want what's best for them. Not to mention that they know they're the most important piece of the puzzle. And without their communication and feedback, they're not going to get the most out of the coaching experience. An engaged client is an adherent client. All it is one small tweak to your process. Instead of sitting down and writing 4 to 12 weeks of programming at a time, you sit down and you write 1 week and then iterate it 2 to 3 minutes every week according to the plan. It's just one small tweak to your process. Instead of sitting down and writing a 12-week program all at once, you write 1 week of programming, you have a plan in the background, and then you iterate on that plan 1 to 2 minutes a week based on the client's feedback and progress. Going back to our power lifter here, we take a look at the week, we look at what's going on with their macros and their adherence, how their body weight is trending, we look at their steps, we look at their sleep, we look at their water, we look at the feedback that they're providing us here. Once we have reviewed everything, all we have to do, select, copy, make a new tab, paste, then delete the information within, make sure to update the weights. And these are some additional notes here, so those will stay. Now they have a fresh sheet. You can make whatever changes to their macros you want to change, and then you're ready for them to be sent off with their check-in reply. Next, we need to make the communication process more engaging for the client and faster for you. I can type really fast, but I can speak a lot quicker than I type, which is why I use the Loom app for all of my updates. Loom is the video recording software I've been using for this video. It captures the screen along with my face and allows me to talk the client through the data, provide any feedback that I have, and give them some action items on the week to come, all while seeing my face and hearing my voice. Perhaps the biggest barrier that we face as online coaches is the fact that we are not there in person with our clients. Because we're operating in an online medium, we're detached, and that detachment makes creating a relationship relatively challenging. You should probably know by now, but relationship building is one of my main pillars of coaching. By using a video software and allowing the client to see my face and hear my voice, it makes creating that relationship much easier. They immediately feel more connected to me because they can hear my intonation. My personality comes across in these videos, and they feel much more connected. Loom also has the additional benefit of providing the client with a transcript to the video. So if ever they want to read back the information that you've presented, it's very easy for them to do so. They can also re-watch the videos as many times as they want, download them, and save them as well. A 5-minute video can save you 30 minutes of typing an email, and it provides the client with way more perceived value and better connection to you as the coach. You do this all while saving yourself hours a week. Last, but certainly not least, you should aim to provide some additional value within the check-in process. My favorite way to do this is with something I call the weekly message. The weekly message is a short 300-word blog post that provides clients with a little bit more education, a little bit more information, a little bit more reflection on something related to the coaching process. Training, nutrition, mindset, literally anything goes here. here. It serves to give them more than just a little back and forth with their coach. The benefit to you as the coach is that now you're accumulating additional written content that you can repurpose in other ways. These weekly messages can be published on your website as blog posts, they can be sent at a later date as newsletters to your email list, or they could be repurposed into social media content. The more content that you're producing, the more ways in which you can repurpose that content in the future. You know I'm a big fan of that because I made that video already. If you're interested in my online content development strategy, be sure to check that out. The link will be in the show notes. I spend about a half an hour each week writing my weekly message, and I get feedback on a weekly basis about how much my clients enjoy my reflections and how much it adds to the start of their week. They love reading them, and I get more content to post. I also use this weekly message as an opportunity to share links to all the resources that my clients get from working with Master Athletic Performance. Things like our Discord channel, our Google Shared Drive, and I also use it as an opportunity to attach a link to our terms of service. I get the admin work out of the way, and I package it in a way that highlights the value that I add to them. It's a constant reminder that we're going above and beyond for our clients. You can see here we have the links to the relevant documents and value adds that we have for our clients. Also have our weekly message, which is here. So it's just a short blog post that's a quick read, and I just have it in a Google document here. All the value added content that we've produced over time for easy reference and easy repurposing at a later date. When you put these 5 steps together, what you've got is a 5-minute template that improves the service quality that you're giving to your clients, improves their perceived value, and saves you a ton of time. You're increasing their adherence, you're improving their results, and you're freeing up more opportunity for you to coach more people. When you put these 5 steps together, what you got is a 5-minute template to improve the quality of service you're providing your clients. You're engaging them in the process, and you're maximizing their perceived value. They will be more adherent, they will get better results, and they'll feel more connected to you. Now, with all that time you've saved, you can go out and get yourself some more clients. If you're having trouble with client acquisition, check out my video on how to acquire more clients. If you want a copy of any of the documents or templates that I've shared in this video, just ask. Email me, paul@masterathletic.com. Stay strong.